Good morning. Check, check, check. Check one. How we doing, folks? Yeah, we're all good. I don't know why I don't. Yeah, that's better. Check, check, check one. Check two. Yeah, let's make something happen. Check, check, check. Check one. Check two. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on the Peach Belt Sports Network alongside Ellison Hubbard. I'm Noah Adcock-Howarth as we kick off a Peach Belt doubleheader. The USC Aiken Pacers playing host to the Lakers of Clayton State University. Pacers 0-8 in true road games, but 4-4 otherwise. They have played well at home, including a 16-point win over Georgia College a week ago, coming off a tough loss against a strong Augusta University team. Brittany Batts' squad looking to right the ship as we enter the home stretch of the conference season. Clayton State, meanwhile, 6-9, 3-5 in conference play, but they've dropped 2 of their last 3. These are 2 teams that play very physical. They play well against each other, and it seems to line up to be a close one, you'd have to expect.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a very close game today. Now, we do have Stefanowski out for today, so that's going to be an effect for the Pacers. But one thing that I did highlight from both of these teams is they can rebound. They attack the boards, especially with Emma Fonlu. When she comes out and plays and attacks the boards, that's going to be tough for the Lakers if they can't keep up with her pace.
As you mentioned, Ioana Stefanaki, who has been battling an arm injury for a good majority of this season, re-aggravated during the AU game. She is out today. So Nika Kurdia, Max Snyder, Monique Emilifianwu, Morgan McDermott, and McKenna Nix are the starting 5 for Aiken. Emilifianwu currently 3rd across all 3 NCAA levels in blocks on the season. She's got 66 in her first year at the Convocation Center. For Kalina Coleman's squad, the Lakers, it's been an up and down year. There hasn't been much consistency with the starting lineup. There's been a lot of different changes, running out different combos. Today's starting 5, Nia Young, Dejanay Green, Tiana Dismuke, Itaria Gibbons, and Jasmine Burtz, as the Orange and Blue look to pick up their 2nd consecutive win here in Aiken. They have won 3 of the last 4 overall against the Pacers. Aiken looking for back-to-back home wins in conference play. Emilifianwu will jump against Itaria Gibbons, the junior. A lot of length on both of these sides, and we are underway with the Pacers fighting for early possession. USC Aiken in the white. It will be Clayton State in the navy blue. Emilifianwu from the free throw line hits the mid-range to get us underway.
And that's the person you want to start off with, getting the buckets. And then, of course, like you said, if she can get going on defense with blocks and rebounds, man, that's going to be the player of the game.
She has been a revelation in her first year in Pacer country, formerly of Trevecca Nazarene. Picked up her first double-double of the year in the last home game. Grabs the rebound off the miss for the Lakers, who are held scoreless in their opening possession. Back up top, nobody there with Emilifianwu. Left the 3 a bit long. McKenna Nix, the offensive board, and lays in an uncontested putback.
And the young freshman doing what she's been doing all season, getting buckets for the Pacers. Gotta love to see that.
Nix out-jumped Gibbons, and then Gibbons did not get back defensively. There was nobody between the rebounder and the cup. Here's Jasmine Burtz, got double-teamed well and had to pick up the dribble. Down low for Dismuke, stepping through, and she walked before the shot.
Great defense right there. I mean, she's going to do it on both sides of the court. Emilifianwu, she missed that 3, but covers up with that great defense, causing a turnover.
Setting up in the press for Kalina Coleman's squad. It is broken relatively easily by Nika Kurdia, the 4th-year junior. Pacers a quick 4-0 run in the first 90 seconds of the ball game. There is Kurdia going to see more run without Stefanaki today. Nix to the cup, denied. Strong defense by Gibbons.
Yeah, Nix trying to drive in the hole, trying to get some contact, trying to get a foul, didn't work. Gibbons, just the length that she has, she's going to block that every time if you can't get a foul.
Junior out of Fort Lauderdale. This is a very eclectic Clayton State squad, 19 players spanning 9 home states. Kalina Coleman has used both the high school prospects and the transfer portal well. Shot clock was running down. The pass from McDermott to Emilifianwu out of bounds, and it's a first turnover of the ball game for Aiken.
Yeah, McDermott was trying to get her cutting down in the paint right there. She was just good defense right there by Dismuke to cause that disruption and turnover.
Turnovers are the name of the game for Clayton State. They force a lot, but they commit a lot themselves. An air ball, a second chance, and there's the opening bucket for the Lakers. It comes from Dismuke on the rebound.
Yeah, great rebound, great way to react right there. But if the Pacers, they got to make sure to handle the boards. Last game, 38 rebounds the Lakers got against Clark, so they got to attack the boards, the Pacers do.
Dismuke had 10 of those, her second double-double of the season. And a quick tie-up on the double team, possession arrow favoring the Lakers. They have a chance to tie or take the lead in the first couple minutes of the first quarter. There's Nia Young, got an extra step, had to kick back outside for Dejanay Green. Green drives right, lost her dribble, and off the knee, it's a turnover. Aiken gets the ball back.
Like you said, turnovers are the name of the game, and the team that turns over less can have an advantage in winning today.
Long pass to break the press. McDermott was cherry picking back there, and she beat everybody on the cover zero.
Oh, wow. Quick turnover right there.
That was an immediate unforced error from the Lakers. Jasmine Burt's trying to play quick. The inbound was improperly handled. Not only is it an easy 2 points, it's also possession right back. Nearly picked off by Green. It stays with the Pacers.
Well, we were just talking about that inbound right there for McDermott to get that lay-in. I mean, it seems like nobody was ready for McDermott to run back there, and that's why it was just wide open for her.
The press can work well, especially early in ball games, as Kurdia makes the extra pass. Emily Fionwu, no good. Kurdia brings it back out. But you have to have that final opportunity with 2 on the shot clock. It's an air ball from Kurdia and an empty possession for Aiken.
Yeah, the second time they ran the shot clock all the way down to zeros. Not sure what they're trying to do there, but that's good defense from the Lakers.
6-2 Pacers over Clayton State, 3 minutes into the first. First of 2 meetings this year between these two Preach Bell programs. Down low, forcing up, not much contact, but enough to send Tiana Dismuke to the line.
Foul is on the Pacers, number 21, McKenna Nix, her first.
Yeah, McKenna Nix got a little reach in there when she was going up for a layup. Ref saw that. Waited for and one, and she didn't make it there, so 2 at the line.
It was well defended by Emily Fionwu, but the help defense from the freshman gets the personal. One quick change for the Pacers. Michaela Primo in for Max Snyder. Dismuke, a 54% free throw shooter, misses on the front end. Free throws have been a bit of a problem for both of these teams this year.
Usually at the free throw line, that's all you in the net. And sometimes it can get a little scary.
No doubt about that. Dismuke bounces back, gets the back half. It's a 3-point game. Press remains on. Kurdia will handle ball control. That's usually been Primo when she's in the game. And once the press is broken, it will be Michaela Primo to run point. Emily Fionwu on the ground, wrestles through and gets the 2.
That was a nice drive. When you have your center driving down and not afraid, she's going to make that 10 times out of 10.
Emily Fionwu's got 4 of the team's 8. Pull up to answer, no good. An offensive rebound and a foul called on the floor as the battle was engaged down low. Offensive rebound would have gone for Dismuke anyway before the personal. First on Monique. Kurdia out. Destiny Harmon came in for the Pacers, and an offensive foul was called on Clayton State.
The fouls are rolling early for both sides right there.
Dismuke gets her first personal. Clayton State will change for the first time. Joy Harris, the junior, checks in. Dismuke, 1 quick foul and 2 turnovers in the first 4 minutes. She'll get an early rest from the lifelong Laker, Kalina Coleman. Played here, was an assistant here, and now in her 12th season at the helm of her alma mater. Emily Fionwu driving on the backup center. Wrestles in through a little bit of a reach. It does not matter.
Love it. Like I said, no fear when you're in the paint. You're going to make it 10 times out of 10 because you know you can make those layups with ease by yourself. But when you're backing the person down and they can't stop you, you in the boards.
Emily Fiamu has the length at 6 foot, but also very strong foot skills. A lot of dexterity down low. She can battle physically or she can get graceful with it. Nobody back there for Harmon. Extra skip pass. Broken up well by Nia Young.
Substituting in for the Pacers, number 41.
Emily Fiamu led the way in their game prior to Augusta against Georgia College, so she's looking to do the same here today.
Xenia Palaska will come off the bench for the Pacers. McKenna Nix sits down. Kyla Green and Paige McDonald in for Clayton State. Primo, nice little stutter step, rolls it up, can't get the finish. Palaska unable to corral the offensive board, and here come the Lakers. Green slows it down. Good screen from McDonald and denied by the team leader, Emily Fiamu. Outside for Harris, no. Offensive board, McDonald mossing the smaller Primo and puts it back up for 2.
That was a great block at first by Emily Fiamu, but then the Lakers just kept fighting and finished off, of course, with the size difference between McDonald and Primo. It's going to happen every time with that layup.
Monique Emilifanwu, 3rd in the nation in blocks. Now she drives on the offensive side, can't get the roll. And a jump ball is called. Whistle comes right before Clayton State claimed it. It's Pacer basketball with 4.5 to go. And we hit the media timeout, stepping away for the first time today. 10-5 Pacers in the early goings. USC Aiken leading 10-5. It's Pacer basketball underneath the offensive cup. Primo to inbound as Clayton State, who have turned the ball over 5 times already, looking to get an early stop and keep the deficit at 5. McDermott through tough defense, can't get the roll. Well handled by Jasmine Burtz. Here comes Burtz on the other end, and she is denied. Emilifanwu.
Not in my house. Oh, I love it. She's going to be blocking shots all day.
Very few players at any level can do what Monique Emilifanwu can do down low. Primo outside, Harmon catch and shoot. Gets the roll for 3.
And that is just beautiful point guard basketball. You fake like you're driving in, you find the open person out there in the base, and you get that 3. Nice play.
Largest lead of the game, 13-5 with 3:40 to go in the first. Green against Primo, backing down and sent it too strong.
Great defense by Primo right there. A little height difference, but she's locking down defense.
Transfer from USC Beaufort. A lot of scrappy. There's Emilifanwu. 1 quick pump fake and 2 easy points.
2 blocks, 8 points. Already making herself to be the player of the game so far.
Pacers towards the bottom of the conference standings, but Emilifanwu on her way to an all-conference type of season. 3-pointer no good from McDonald. The rut continues for Clayton State. Primo doubled and asked for the timeout. Do believe that she got it just before she stepped out of bounds.
That was a lot of pressure right there. She knew she couldn't get it out. She couldn't see. And then usually in that moment, you got to do the smart decision and call that timeout.
And that's a veteran player right there, 4 years, 3 schools. And she's brought some experience to a first-year head coach. This is a young team. We've talked about it a lot this year. There's been some trials and tribulations, but over the last couple weeks, a lot to be positive about for this Aiken squad.
Definitely. The team is starting to come together, especially the young players. I know your seniors are going to leave at the end of this season, but for your young players, you're building a lot of confidence in them, letting them trust in your coaching style, and you're seeing what they can do and what you can do next year. Because right now, as they are losing some games, they still are building a lot of confidence and building some great players.
And that continuity is key. Obviously, the portal makes it so you never quite know what your squad's going to look like. Nix to the basket for 2. But there is only one senior on this roster. It's Olivia Ellis, and she hasn't played this year.
Right, and then that's the big thing is like you have these young players that are going to possibly be back here. You never know, but for most of the part, a lot of them are going to be back here because they love Coach Batts and they know what she has set up for them. And McKenna Nix is going to be the main one that she leans on.
Anaya Jones into the ball game and an air ball immediately. Reach-in foul called on Jasmine Burtz, who has been playing a very physical style of ball both directions.
And being down 12 points, you got to do the press, and you have to make sure you can slow down their offense because they are scoring at all high levels right now.
Clayton State nearly 3 minutes without a basket. That's enabled a quick 7-0 run for USC Aiken to extend this lead past double digits. McDermott looking to get Nix involved. McKenna Nix fighting her way to the basket, draws the body contact, and 2 shots inbound.
I love the way Nix just drives in there with no scaredness, nothing at all. She knows that she's going to get fouled, and she's trying to find her way to get an and one. I mean, sometimes you don't get that from somebody that young.
Put up over 2,000 points at Temple High School. Came in with a pedigree to score, and that's all she's done at the college level as well. Leads the team with over 13 a game. She's now got 5 with that first made free throw. Like many elements on this roster, free throw shooting has improved as the season's gone along. Nix 1 for 2. Jones trying to end the run, and she will get 2 free throws on the other end as Nix appears to pick up what would be her second.
I believe that was Palasko on that foul.
So Nix and Palaska both on contact. Brittany Batts will certainly take that as it's Palaska's first. Anaya Jones, who has not had many chances at the line this year, continues to connect when she does. 8 of 9 on the season. First bucket in 3.5 minutes. And she makes it 2 for 2.
And substituting in is number 12, Sky Cleveland.
And they're going to continue to press until they can make this game close or take the lead. And that's the smartest thing to do.
Under 2 to play in the first. Aiken leading 18-7. Fast start offensively, primarily down low. Harmon, who's got the game's only 3, kicks to Kurdia, mid-range, way off. Primo got tangled up with Kyla Green, no call that direction. 3 fouls aside with 90 seconds to go. All kinds of ball movement. That's Dejanay Green, lost her dribble, and corrals with 8 on the shot clock. Good find, extra pass, tipped out of bounds, and it is Aiken ball.
That's great defense. They had them pass the ball around the entire perimeter, and they could not get anything within the paint or a shot up. That's great defense.
No matter where in the rotation Brittany Batts is gone, she has gotten productivity today. Again, no Ioana Stefanaki, but everybody else stepping up in kind. Emilifanwu and McDermott back on the court for Harmon and Palaska. Pacers on the charge. A minute to go in the quarter. Good give and go. McDermott too strong on the open layup.
That was a beautiful play. Knicks dished it off to McDermott. She just had to be softer right there at the rim.
And that's a carry that was called on Clayton State.
And although that was a mental error, that was still good defense to cause her to turn that ball over. I'm loving the way the Pacers came out to play today.
Jada Grigsby with the carry. That's the 7th turnover for Clayton State, only 2 for Aiken, and you said it right off the top. Whoever is more in control of the ball, certainly going to have the upper hand. Primo in control for 2 more.
Loving these plays that the Pacers are running right now. And Primo's been kind of quiet. Her first bucket on the board. She had 17. She led in points against the loss against AU. So let's see if she can get some more points and keep this lead as big as it is.
As 17 was a career high for Primo. Half a second between shot and game clock to the basket, no good. Clayton State has missed 10 of their last 11 shots. 5 on the game clock. Pacers looking to get one last look off with 2 to go. Palaska through traffic, no good. And the first quarter comes to a hearty conclusion. USC Aiken, by virtue of 8 from Emilifanwu and 5 from Nix, leading 20-7 through 10 minutes. Quarter of the way home at the Convocation Center. This the first of 2 ball games between Aiken and Clayton State today. The men will tip off about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this first contest. It's been all Pacers through the first, 20-7 on a 10-2 run.
Yeah, and the biggest thing here is the Pacers are shooting at almost 50%, while the Lakers are shooting at under 20, 16%. That's a big difference in why this score is 20-7.
Pacers have now missed, or Lakers rather, have missed 11 of their last 12 shots. They are 2 of 13 on the field as a whole. Nix driving through double team. Lots of contact both directions. And a double dribble is called on Jada Grigsby right in front of the Clayton State bench, and the coaching staff beside themselves.
The turnovers, the Lakers are now at 8 turnovers just off of that, and the Pacers are at 2. Again, holding on to that ball, staying ahead of that, your mistakes, that's going to be the big difference.
Primo floffs up the mid-range, doesn't get the roll. Found just a shred of daylight inside the zone. And it's going the other way as it was dribbled out of bounds by the Lakers. Well-defended McDermott forced the loose change.
Yeah, and the reason these turnovers are happening is because of just the constant good defense that the Pacers are playing right now. Give it up to Coach Batts and getting this team well prepared for today's matchup.
That was Brittany Batts' calling card when she was an assistant at Gannon, was the National Assistant of the Year 2 years ago. Nix spinning in, floats it up, and a foul is called as Nix took a tough tumble down on the hardwood.
Yeah, one thing I will say about this team is they are tough. Hey, they're not going to let a little bump, little knockover, knock them out. I think she's just going to walk it off where she tries to knock down both of these buckets.
Game has been whistled consistently, but that doesn't mean there hasn't been more than its fair share of contact, even when the whistles are held in check. These are two teams that don't know how to play any way but physically. 1 of 2 at the line for the second straight chance by McKenna Nix. It's a 14-point game. Grigsby feeds it out into the middle, and that ends the run. Kyla Green lofts it in for the first points of the quarter by Clayton State.
Green led in points in their last game against Clark Atlanta, and that was her first ones, like you said, and she's been very quiet.
2-point win against Clark Atlanta for Clayton State on Wednesday. That was their final non-conference game of the season. Ended 3-4 on the year in non-conference. And another hard spill. Nix is right back to the line.
So now the Lakers are turning the ball over and they're fouling. That is a terrible combination. You do not want to have that, especially only in the second quarter of the game.
Ataria Gibbons getting her second personal. She'll be the first player on either side with multiple fouls. Gibbons out, replaced by Paige McDonald. Destiny Harmon in for Kurdia on the other side. McKenna hits the front side for the third consecutive chance. And again, 1 for 2.
Yeah, great hands, great reaction right there. I think they just have the upper hand right now, the Pacers do, and picking up on where they're going, where they're throwing the ball. It's huge.
Just playing with a lot of confidence, something we didn't see from them early in the year. Green from deep airballs it. That's the best three-point shooter on the roster for a team that doesn't take many.
Yeah, she rushed that one.
Primo couldn't hit. Tried to get the offensive rebound. Could not establish herself inbounds before picking up the second chance.
Like you said, they started playing better and a lot more tenacious in their game, hustling after the ball, trying everything in their power to block shots.
There's Kyla Green. She's got 4 back-to-back buckets made for her.
The Lakers want to lean on Green in this situation to get the points up.
Palaska, a good pump fake. Burtz went right by her, and Palaska has her first basket of the day. A lot of players new to Aiken, but not necessarily new to the college game. Palaska and Emma Lifianwu certainly in that boat. Transfers who have brought good experience. Great find down low. Harmon for 2.
And you mentioned Emma Lifianwu, that great steal right there, great fast break, great layup. I mean, just great basketball play, up 15.
The takeaway, the assist, and the layup, a 15-point advantage for USC Aiken at the media. USC Aiken leading 26-11. They're on a 6-4 run in the first 3 minutes of this second quarter. They have been in control since the opening tip and have not relinquished that early lead.
And if you want to name one player that's doing anything, you really can't, because the Pacers are doing everything as a team right now.
Contributions for all 5 on the court, no matter which 5 that is. This is Sky Cleveland, the freshman. Got walled away by Emma Fionwu. Dangerous pass gets to Green, and Green can't hit. Primo's been running point beautifully. She's got 3 assists on the day. Harmon drives, blocked on the double team. Well handled by Paige McDonald. The pull-up for Kyla Green a bit too strong.
Yeah, they were trying to get a quick fast break on them. That's the best thing to do, is try to catch the Pacers sleeping when you get an opportunity.
Emma Fionwu hip to hip with Dismuke. And that's the 3rd foul on the Lakers in this quarter.
And they're trying to slow down the Pacers and trying to lock up this offense, but it's just too tough for them right now. They need to get themselves together as a team and play some good defense.
Nix in for Cordia, Joy Harris in for Dismuke as Tiana Dismuke picked up her 2nd personal. Kalina Coleman trying to keep things clean as best she can. And Primo with a push-off gets called for the offensive foul.
Primo did have her arm up, and you could see it right there. She was trying to, extend and get some way, but just the ref was right there.
Just the 3rd turnover of the game for the Pacers and 1st of this quarter. 10-3 discrepancy in the turnover margin is a big reason the lead is what it is. Harmon hit the ground, pass gets into the corner, wide open 3 is air ball out of the hands of Harris. Second chance and another block for Emma Fionwu.
I mean, what can she not do down there in the paint? If you're going to go up against her, you might as well go body to body.
8 points and 3 blocks in 12 minutes for Emma Fionwu. This is her 17th game of the season. There has only been one where she did not have 3 or more blocks. She had 2. Nothing but net on the mid-range. Nia Young gets on the board. That's her first basket and ends the 2-minute scoreless drought.
Good way to get that open shot up and make it down. You got to get as many points as you can.
Active hands for McDonald get the takeaway. Back-to-back empty possessions for the Pacers. Harris the mid-range. And Clayton State has 4 quick ones.
Trying to climb their way back in here now, an 11-point game. They don't go to sleep and keep getting those turnovers. They can change around quick.
McDermott alone on the edge, and she hits the triple.
That was a beautiful switch 3 right there by McDermott, wide open. Nobody on the Lakers even thought about touching her out there.
McDermott had been cold from outside the last couple games, heats herself up with a nice answer. Harris fires into no man's land. It's picked off by McDermott.
Yeah, she thought Green was going to cut in there, but instead McDermott cut in there and took it away.
It was very well read by Morgan McDermott. Inside for Palaska. Pass was a bit errant, taken away by Harris. McDonald, with nobody in front of her, handles the layup with ease.
It's starting to be some of the Pacers' mistakes and the Lakers capitalizing. You can't have those, especially when you have a big lead like this.
Palaska pulls up for the deep 2, in and out. Had her foot on the line, even if she had made it. Harris, the same thing on the other side, and she makes hers. 6-0 run for Joy Harris and the Lakers.
Harris said, if you can't make it, I'll show you how to, and she did. Right in, almost in her face. Palaska was backed off a little bit, but what a play right there for the Lakers. 10 points.
Primo, a great pass to Nix, but better defense from Jasmine Burtz. Clayton State, despite not having hit a three-pointer all game, have been able to claw themselves back into this contest by virtue of being 50% from the field in this quarter. Max Snyder, who we haven't seen yet in this frame, gets it over to Emma Fionwu, and then McDermott. Shot clock down to 10. Nix denied at the point by McDonald. Skip pass in transition, not handled by Armani Shaw, and Harmon gets the turnover forced.
Yeah, I see her vision. She had her open, just the bounce pass and the connection was off.
Just a shred behind the receiver. Nix this way and that, off the glass for 2.
Oh, I love it. Nix down there in the paint. She doesn't care who you are or what the size difference is. She says test her.
And for a freshman to get blocked on the previous possession, come right back and not be afraid to go back in, that's a big piece. Lakers answer once more. Jasmine Burtz gets her first bucket.
Yeah, the best thing the Lakers need to do is keep trying to go bucket for bucket. That's the only way to try and knock this lead down if they can.
They've brought it back to 10. McDermott accelerates, now brings it back to Nix. Guarded by the center, McDonald. Nix stepped up, stepped under, and believes she traveled before the layup.
Yeah, Nix, she loves to try and get some contact. And the defender knew, I can't keep fouling. We've been fouling too much in this quarter. There's too many steps.
Credit to the Lakers, though. They had 3 fouls in the first 3.5 of this second, and none since. 2:15 to go in the half. The 3 is no good from McDonald. Rebound last touch by the Lakers. Clayton State 0 for 5 from beyond the arc.
That's a good thing for the Lakers to have quick in-game adjustments, realize that you had too many fouls, too many turnovers, and you start to switch that as the time goes on. That's a lot, and why the score is a 10-point game.
Rahima Salam just came off the bench, so all 14 players that we were told would be active and participating have already came in for Clayton State. Kalina Coleman deep into her bench. Kurdia, extra pass into the corner. McDermott for 3. Good.
That was nice. Again, open. Don't leave the person who's made a 3 or 2 open again for another. It's only going to punish you as the game goes on.
Morgan McDermott has 6 points in the quarter, all from behind the arc. To answer, Dejanay Green has hers.
Anything you can do, I can do better, and she answered right back with a 3. I'm loving it.
Offense is waking up plenty in this second quarter, 34-24. McDermott, another 3. Can't get the roll. Nix, offensive board, second chance, yes.
And give it to Nix. She is balling right now, 11 points.
It's a game high for the freshman out of Temple. Dejanay Green over to Shaw. Shaw got hit on the follow-through, no whistle. Ball still up for grabs. Pacers have it initially, and they control it with Max Snyder, who slows down. Had a 2-for-1 opportunity. Pacers elect not to use it. Cordia, jump ball, and it stays with Aiken.
The House basketball belongs to the Pacers.
I see Cordia was trying to set it up. She knew she wasn't going to shoot a 3. Saw open lane, took it, and that was just good defense right there for the Lakers. Calls a jump ball.
30 on the game clock, 16 on the shot clock, as the Pacers hold for what would likely be their final possession of the half. Snyder, through all types of contact, hit the ground, no call. Clock off for the Lakers. Burt's waiting for one last shot. Pulls up on the mid-range, no good. Emma Fionwu can't secure the rebound. Second chance for Shaw is put back to end this second quarter. Offensive rebounds became big for Clayton State down the line, and they made it a much more interesting ball game after 20.
They sure did. They're trying to do what they did against Clark Atlanta, where they had 38 rebounds as a team, and if they continue to do this rebound, they can knock it down. They've been playing good this second quarter, so let's see what adjustments Coach can make for the Lakers in the second half.
Nix leads the way with 11. Nobody on Clayton State has more than 4, but they keep themselves in it. 36-26 at the half. We'll be back with you in 15 on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Welcome back inside the Convocation Center, ladies and gentlemen, on the campus of the USC Aiken, home of the Pacers and home of a doubleheader today as the Lakers of Clayton State come into town. Noah Adcock, with Ellison Hubbard with you. 36-26 USC Aiken. Clayton continuously improving as that game went along, but the Pacers as strong a first half as we've seen all year.
Yeah, definitely, and hitting just below 50%. The Pacers have been doing everything they can offensively to stay on top, and then their defense is doing a tremendous job, causing the Lakers to have 12 total turnovers in the first half. And then for the Lakers, they started to turn it around in the second quarter, and they have been doing everything they can, having more rebounds, 22 rebounds against the Pacers, 18, and that's why they're keeping it at a 10-point game.
Those offensive rebounds have been key. Clayton State has been able to add on those second chance points. And a travel is called to start off against Dejanay Green. Both sides will run with their starting fives that they opened the ball game with. Green, Young, Dismute, Gibbons, and Burtz for Clayton State. Cardia, Snyder, Emilifanwu, McDermott, and Nix for the Pacers in all white.
And what helped out the Lakers is they went 50% for shooting, 9 for 18 in the second quarter. And that's why they started to add more points on the board from their first quarter when they only had 16%.
9 of 18, still just 1 of 5 in that second quarter from beyond the arc. They're 1 of 7 on the day from deep. That's not dissimilar to how they've picked up wins for the majority of this season. Pacers, though, have gotten hot from outside. Morgan McDermott especially. McDermott guarded well, has to get it back up top. It's Cardia, handled by Nia Young. Shot clock down to 10. McDermott thought about it, thought better of it. Nix on the drive, blocked on the mid-range. That was read perfectly by the Clayton State defense. Ataria Gibbons got the block. Now she's down low, stepping through and reverses it past Nix.
That's a great way to get you a block and then go finish on the other end with a layup. No player can ask better than that.
Itaria Gibbons, just 8 minutes played because she picked up 2 early fouls at the beginning of the second quarter. We got a player working without a shoe, and there's still a takeaway for Clayton State. They'll go 4.5 on 5 and get the basket on the runner from Nia Young.
They just outran the whole entire team, having 3 players having an opportunity to get a layup. Young just was the one to finish it off.
4 quick ones in the first 90 seconds of the third, making it a 6-point game. As close as it's been since the end of the first. And the Pacers answer back. Morgan McDermott.
Great pull-up from McDermott. Give credit to the Lakers and their second half adjustments here, as they are now knocking down the score tremendously, fighting hard on the defensive end.
Nix forces the jump ball, and the Pacers take possession. Pass was a bit low on Gibbons, and that enabled Aiken to get hands on it. Max Snyder out, Nika Cardia out, Destiny Harmon and Michaela Primo in quickly for Brittany Batts. McDermott and Nix, the only 2 players on either team in double figures. Clayton State does not have anyone with more than 4. Just barely able to get across the timeline before a violation. Harmon trying to drive against Dismuke. She was defended well. Nix into the triple team, blocked again by Itaria Gibbons.
Gibbons is the block leader for the Lakers, and Emilifanwu is the block leader for the Pacers. Oh, I love it down there when the big girls getting the blocks.
On the second chance, there is Gibbons. The feed from Dismuke made it possible.
Gibbons came into this quarter with no points. Now she has 4 and 2 blocks.
McDermott fighting for the offensive rebound. It was last touched by her. And keeping Gibbons out of foul trouble has been a big reason for this third quarter success rate for Clayton State. They're starting to look like a team that knows how to make adjustments, as they did at the half.
Yes, Coach Coleman, I'm sure she's got into the girls, and she said, we are better than this, and we can clearly see here that press is definitely working, keeping the Pacer girls from getting in the paint and getting the shots off like they were doing in the first half.
Aiken just 1 for 4 from the field in this quarter, adding in a couple turnovers as well. Nothing has come easy for Clayton State in this ball game, but all of a sudden they're turning the tide. And this is a team trying to avoid their 3rd straight losing season. They haven't had 3 in a row since the turn of the century.
And it's a lot to ask from Coach Batts, as this is her first year. And, I mean, again, you have a lot to work over. She's done a lot with this team. You've seen the progression as the season's gone on. And today, I mean, this is a big way of having seen the Pacers turn it around, starting off that first half, dominating on both sides.
It's a 2-possession game with 7:21 to go in the 3rd quarter. Pacers have dropped 4 of their last 5. Clayton State had dropped 3 of their last 4 conference games prior to the win against Clark Atlanta at home on Wednesday. Nothing but Peach Belt play from here on out.
And like you said earlier, the Lakers, nobody has over 4 points on their team, and usually the person that they would lean on is Kyla Green, and so far she's been quiet or not really in the game.
10 players do have a basket for the Lakers, though. Only 6 have points for USC Aiken. Xenia Palaska nearly got the takeaway. Young keeps it. Nia Young lofts it and leaves it short. Gets her own miss and can't get the friendly roll there either. A block on Dismuke. Ball was never quite picked up cleanly by Clayton State.
Although they couldn't get a bucket off, they were still out-rebounding the Pacers. That could play a big factor here in the second half, is the rebounds.
Primo for 3. Nothing but net.
That's nice. Primo's been dishing and assisting, but here she is getting another bucket. That's 5 points on the board.
5 points and 4 assists for Michaela Primo. Gibbons to answer. She'll go to the line for 2, fouled by Palaska.
And Gibbons knows that Palaska and Imolafonwu is scoring and doing what they can on the Pacers side of things. She says, I have to step up, and I got to get the blocks, the rebounds, and the points.
Gibbons just under 60% from the line this season. Team was 3 of 4 prior to that miss, now 3 of 5 from the line. Pacers, for reference, 3 of 6. All of their free throws have come from McKenna Nix. It's Aria 1 for 2, 8-point game. Pacers break, contain, get across to the logo. Have 3 on 2 here. It's Primo leaving the mid-range short. Ball is up for grabs down low. A whistle and a jump ball. It's Laker basketball. Kyla Green back in.
And Primo has to make those. You're open and you're in the paint. It's you in the basket. You got to make those.
Called her own number with the man advantage. Had a couple options. Just couldn't quite get enough on there to find the 2 points. Dejanay Green looking for Kyla Green by way of Dismuke. Dismuke drives on Imolafonwu and got rejected again.
Imolafonwu's like, if you're coming down here, you better be ready.
She continues to be menacing down low. Primo streaking in transition will slow down and recalibrate. Monique has 4 blocks in today's game. Skipped across. McDermott fouled on the way up, and that is the 3rd on a frustrated Gibbons.
Yeah, Gibbons said, I know that was all ball there, but the refs saw different. Good drive by McDermott, though.
That will give Morgan McDermott her first free throw chances of the afternoon.
And the first of any other player on the Pacers team to go at the free throw line.
Gibbons out. Paige McDonald coming in. McDermott's been above team average from the line. She hits her first. Chance to extend the lead back up to double figures. 42-33, nearing the midway point of the third quarter. And again, the Pacers are 1 for 2 at the line. Palaska got away with a reach. Here comes Clayton State in transition. Green got fouled. She'll shoot 2.
It's been kind of hard for the Lakers to get fouls this game. But they're still clawing and fighting, trying to get this game to be as close and try to take the lead from the Pacers.
Nix in for Palaska. The foul was on Destiny Harmon. Green's first chance at the stripe today. And cashes the front end. Two for Dejanay Green. 7-point game, 42-35. Dangerous pass to break the press. It's taken away. Clayton State gets the stop, and McDermott snatches it right back.
Pacers fighting.
Things are getting volatile in the central third. Lots of turnovers in the middle of the court. Up through contact. 2 points for the Lakers.
That's Kyla Green trying to get herself going here in this second quarter or second half.
Got the third steal of her day and then put in her third basket. Primo from outside.
Oh!
Again.
You got to hit those, especially when the game is starting to get close. This is a turnover fest right now in this third quarter.
Primo steps out in defense, forces a miss from Kyla Green. Both sides pointing the other way. It will stay with Clayton State. Lakers will have the basketball. They have the momentum as well. It's an 8-point game at the media timeout in quarter number 3. Pacers looking for back-to-back home wins. Road games have been their pitfall this year. 0-8 in true road games, but 4-3 here at the Convocation Center. That home cooking has served the Pacers very well this year. And as we roll into the final 6 weeks of the regular season, looking to take advantage of every home game they can.
Yeah, and today is the start to finish off this road game season, this home games, or to start the home game season, excuse me. So, but right now it's kind of turning into the Lakers' favor. Although it doesn't look like it on that scoreboard, they are pulling themselves closer and closer to taking that lead.
Jasmine Burt's checked in during the media timeout along with Armani Shaw. Pass is tipped out of bounds. There is 5 on the shot clock for Clayton State to set up with.
And one thing the Lakers definitely have to do here in this second half and coming down to the fourth quarter is limit the turnovers as much as possible.
With 2 on the clock, the 3 is good. Kyla Green knocks down the triple. No panic, she makes her first 3. despite the shot clock nearing its expiration.
She's doing like she did last game. She is now leading in points for the Lakers and keeping it within 5.
45-40. Aiken's been great from outside. They will go interior with Emma Lafonwu. Extra pass. There's McDermott for deep. No good. Offensive rebound. Primo scurries in and snatches it up. Primo's first offensive board of the game. Shot clock down to 5. Primo pump fakes, dribbles off the defender's foot, have to put it up, and Nix did not get it off in time.
This defense for the Lakers have turned up and showed up here in the second half. They are protecting the paint like it's life or death.
And Clayton State, one thing we haven't touched on a ton is just how much length they have. Even at the guard spots, they can go down low and switch as need be. Burt's looking to do just that. She can't hit from in close. Pacers looking to stop up a little bit of a dry spell. Nix nearly had her pocket picked. Very few easy passes at the moment for Aiken.
I mean, you can just see the hands in the face, setting their bases, not letting anything get past them, and right there, a block.
Shot has to get up, and it will not. It's another turnover. The block came from McDonald, and Aiken never regained possession.
And the turnover margins are starting to come closer, and the Pacers are looking like they are going to take over if they cannot stop turning this ball over.
Pacers have been working with a bit of a short bench this year. It has led to some difficult fourth quarters, including in the loss at Lander a couple weeks ago. They led by as many as 15 in the second quarter, up by just 5 late in the third. Burt's kicks outside. The Clayton State three is no good. Green unable to hit. Drought continues for Aiken. Nearly 3 minutes of game time without a bucket. Emma Lafonwu's been quiet.
Yeah, everybody on the...
McKenna Nix ends the run. A deep three for the freshman.
And negate the point I was going to say, everybody was out on the perimeter, but it worked out in the favor for Nix to put up a 3, continue to lead the team in points.
Nix had been 1 for her last 8 from outside. Harmon, defense to offense.
Much needed. Great play. Great eyes, great hands. Finishing at the rim when you get that turnover.
Harmon's got 7 in the corner. An air ball for Clayton State. Ball's up for grabs. Nix fighting for it. And she just let go of the basketball and wisely let the Clayton State defender, it was Shaw, fall out of bounds herself.
Smart play. She knew she was falling or she wasn't going to handle it, so let it go. The person's right under you.
It's well played after the Green air ball. Kyla Green sits down along with Burt's. Nia Young and Dejanay Green come in. A very quick 5-0 run for Aiken as the defense continues to get stops on the other end. Pass somehow stayed inbounds, got through the triple team. Primo to Nix. Nix got deflected and got fouled on the way back up.
I would say the Lakers have tremendously changed around their interior play. They are blocking shots. They are standing there letting nobody, and I mean nobody, go up for a layup.
Paige McDonald with her season-high 4th block of the year, the senior out of Vero Beach. But the second chance was allowed. Shaw committed the foul, and then Nix hits the front end again. A rapid response in the final 60 seconds of the quarter. Nix has 5 of the team's last 7, and she has a game-high 16 now. 16.7 boards for the freshman. Then she takes a quick rest. Palaska in for the final 15. Lakers can have the last shot if they desire. It's Nia Young, the sophomore. 6 on the clock. Young got fouled. And not only was she fouled, they're going to say it was on the way up rather than on a pass, which means Young gets gifted 2 free throws. Primo's second. Puts Young at the stripe with 4.6 to go.
Yeah, you can question that if she was going up for a shot or if she was passing right there, but ultimate decision by the ref.
And Young does not hit the front end. Pacers have a chance to get a prayer off in the final 4, regardless of the result. Young hits it. We'll see if Aiken can get a long ball off. 4 on the clock. Primo couldn't secure it safely. And the long distance shot is short from Destiny Harmon. Clayton State giving the Pacers a bit of a square. Caught it to within 5, but at the moment it's 52-41, 11-point game as Aiken looks to close out the W. Slight delay in beginning the 4th quarter as we were checking a made basket from that previous quarter, conforming that the shot had gotten off in time. It did, and so the score remains 52-41. Pacers leading by double figures, trying to snatch their 2nd straight home win. Clayton State has lost their last couple conference games. McDermott steps back into the 3, left it long.
Now 33 total rebounds for the Lakers, and a good way to capitalize off that.
Jasmine Burtz hits the runner, makes it a single-digit deficit with plenty of time to go. Xenia Palaska does stay in. She came onto the court in the final couple seconds of the 3rd quarter to give McKenna Nix an extra rest. Harmon and Primo, the guards, work it into the corner for McDermott. Palaska evaded the reach from Gibbons, but it was a turnover nevertheless. It's Aria Gibbons back out there despite 3 fouls. Dejanay Green can't get it to go. Well defended by Primo.
And the rebounds for both teams are almost just half of each other, as the Pacers are down on that, but they are still down on the turnovers, which plays a factor in this game.
Offensive foul called on Morgan McDermott. She extended the arm trying to create space. That will be her 3rd turnover and 1st foul. 90 seconds into that 4th quarter. Pacers without a bucket. The only points have come from Clayton State. Good find down low. And Gibbons was hacked. She'll go to the line.
Gibbons is somebody the Pacers need to make sure to lock down on. She definitely was playing her butt off in the third quarter, and now here she is in the fourth, trying not to foul as much. She knows she has to get those points and go back to playing great defense.
Gibbons' second chance at the line. She will hit the front end. Now 2 of 3 from the line. Palaska will stay down low, but it was Cordia that came in for Harmon. 2 for 2 for Itaria Gibbons. 7-point contest. Far from out of the woods yet. Plenty of time for a late run by the Lakers. Men's squads from both these universities waiting in the wings for a 3:30 expected tip-off, depending on how long this ball game takes to conclude. Emma Lafonwu, scoreless since the second. Can't change that. McDermott fighting her own teammate for the rebound. And a foul is called on Morgan McDermott. She got tangled up with the opposition.
And you don't want to see that where both of your teammates are trying to fight for the rebound, and then you give the Lakers the chance to come in there and grab it. And then, unfortunately, at that point, a foul gets called on the Pacers. It's not something you need here in this fourth quarter.
Dismuke got her team-high 7th rebound. Now she kicks it out to Jasmine Burtz. Burtz, the step-back 2. No. Cordia with an easy rebound. Cordia in transition. One-on-one to the basket. And she will earn 2 shots. No. They are going to say a charge was called in the restricted area.
Now, I know I'm not on the court and I can't say anything, but that was far from a charging foul. I mean, she already was in the air while I'm not sure what the ref was seeing there.
Cordia gets her first personal. 4 fouls in 2.5 minutes, all on the Pacers. And this hometown crowd did not get the memo that it's Officials Appreciation Week. We'll say that much.
Yeah, they're not going to get appreciated at all.
Shaw off the side of the glass, way off with good defense. Primo forced the adjustment, and there was not much adjusting to be done. Pacers still scoreless in this quarter. Nearly another turnover for McDermott, and it will be. Could not find Palaska.
And the turnover stats for the Pacers are climbing, and that's not what you want in this situation. Luckily for them, the Lakers are not capitalizing off of these Pacer turnovers.
15 turnovers for Aiken, 16 for Clayton State. Outside, Shaw for 3. Got it.
That is the first capitalization off of turnover for the Lakers.
All kinds of momentum swinging towards Clayton State. The Lakers have cut it within 4 as we hit the final media timeout. Good defense and sloppy offense, man. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. When you said that number, I was like, oh my God. Yes, yeah. Not where you want to be at. The Pacers had this ball game under control for the majority of the first half, but slowly and surely, the Lakers of Clayton State have inched themselves to within a 4-point margin, 6.5 to go in the fourth.
And it's surprising how much the Lakers have been fighting. They cannot get the lead. It's been hard for them.
McDermott on the breakaway, lays it in. McDermott and Burt's jawing back and forth as they come up the court. Closer this game has gotten, the more conversation between the two teams we've seen. Nia Young driving, no good through contact. Kurdia able to secure the rebound.
Yeah, you're going to love the intensity from both of these teams. Go ahead, Noah.
3-on-2, not utilized. Primo denied. That was lined up beautifully for Itaria Gibbons to send it into the first row.
I mean, maybe it was just too late. She was already in shooting form, but I mean, Gibbons was like a rocket coming to swat that one away.
Gibbons has 4 blocks, so does McDonald. Mlifanwu has 4 on the opposite side for USC Aiken. Still a 2-possession game. Primo with 10 on the shot clock, over to Nix. Want to get Nix more involved down the stretch. Had a great third quarter for Brittany Batts. Shot clock at 1. No idea from Kurdia. She got it off in time, but then stepped on the line as she was getting her own rebound.
Pacers have done that a lot today. They waited to the last second to try to shoot up a shot or try to get something going. And, you know, I'm not sure if it's just great defense or the Pacers are not, you know, communicating well enough, but they still have the lead.
Aiken had so much success down low in the first half that when the Lakers adjusted and closed off those lanes, it's been harder for the Pacers to create their own shots. Pass was tipped, a handoff from Young to Green went awry. Kyla Green from the elbow, might have been blocked. Second chance is good. Dismuke on the offensive glass.
That was a great rebound and put back for Dismuke, but I think that was a block, yeah. We might as well give that to Mlifanwu, give her 5.
That is her 5th. 54-50, 5 minutes to go in the game. Pacers at 4-12, Lakers at 6-9, both looking to grab a W. And a much needed W at that on both sides. McDermott blocked another one for Itaria Gibbons.
It's block city out here for both teams.
Off the front rim, Nia Young, the 5'3 sophomore, left it short. And hustling for a rebound, a foul is called on Dismuke. Her 3rd.
It's a 4-point game. Every block and turnover that the Lakers get, they don't capitalize on all of them. And this could be a different game if they were able to do that.
Armani Shaw comes back in, made her first road 3 of the season earlier this quarter. Mlifanwu looking to evade the defense and wisely drops it off to Primo and back. Monique stutters in, lays it home, her first points of the half.
I think she might have got everybody thinking she was going to go back, and instead that was a great ball fake and layup.
Good acceleration for Burt's. She scooted past Primo, and the only option Michaela Primo possessed was to commit the personal. That's 5 team fouls on the Pacers, which means the Lakers will be shooting for the rest of this game.
And they have not fouled like that majority of this game. Critical in these situations, you can't foul like this with a lead.
Primo, the first Pacer with 3 personals. And a 2-for-2 trip to the line for Burt's. Clayton State has been above average today from the charity stripe, 11 of 14, 79%. Gibbons out, Paige McDonald in. Remember, Gibbons and Dismuke both playing with 3 fouls. Kurdia was begging for it and got it. Trying to find Nix. There was great defense all over by Shaw.
One thing about this ball movement is it needs to be a lot quicker. They're giving enough time for the Lakers to reset.
Nix with the offensive rebound, and then she just got blocked. Hip checked and denied by McDonald. Long pass down low. A bunny was missed, and the offensive board will send Dismuke to the line. Kurdia incredibly frustrated and spikes the ball into the hardwood.
She has to be careful there. They could have got a technical. But, I mean, On the offensive side, the Pacers are just taking their time, passing the ball around too slow. If they were trying to get a bucket up, they need to move it around quicker instead of trying to run the clock down.
First free throw is made. Paige McDonald got the block, the rebound, and then Dismuke, after hitting her first free throw, will make it perfect. It is a 2-point game, the closest it's been since quarter number 1.
And that just comes from excellent defense this second half. It has been on fire for them, limiting them as many points as they could.
Clayton State nearly had a breakaway. They could not control the basketball. Referee asking for help. Refs don't know which direction to go. Brittany Batts is fuming because all the refs were staring at each other trying to figure out if anybody actually saw what happened.
And now instead they gave it a jump ball and said it's going to the Pacers.
Brittany Hall, the associate head coach for Clayton State, asking for an explanation. Scorer's table was asking if that was a jump ball or not. They did not get a response from the referee crew. Pacers do get the ball back. Emma Lafonwu steps through the double team. McDermott.
The Lakers are pressing hard. They are pressing hard with 3 minutes in this game.
They are the more rested team. They've used 14 players. Primo off the mid-range. Long pass, other direction, it was blocked. Pacers with a little bit of life. Primo's got 10 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. A full stat sheet for her.
And Coach Batts wants them to hold on to the ball and slow down the tempo of this game. They have a 4-point lead. They got to be smart here and not turn it over.
Dejanay Green, the senior, coming in. Second year on the roster after a couple JUCO stops. Emma Lafonwu will set up Primo in the corner. Cordia from outside, air ball. McDermott picks the wide open pass. There was nobody there except McDermott, and she turns it into free throws.
That's a bad turnover right there for the Lakers. This game is feeling like it's a tie game, but it's a 4-point lead for the Pacers.
Dismuke tossed it away, a thoughtless pass. She did not acknowledge the defender and then had to commit the foul. Burtz was the one who got called for it to prevent an open layup. 2 shots for Morgan McDermott. Knocks down the front end. Itaria Gibbons back on for Clayton State. Perfect at the line. Morgan McDermott has 15. 2 off her career high. The 3 is airballed again. Nix has it and just tosses it off of Gibbons to regain possession.
Love the way Nix thinks. She's done it twice today. Throw it off on the defender.
Nix 16 and 11. She's got her 3rd double-double of her career. Pass comes to McKenna Nix. Steps under and draws the foul. 2 free throws inbound for the Pacers and a chance to extend this 6-point lead.
She knows how to get fouls. It's like that attribute in 2K where you can make it to where you can get the foul calls. She is good at that.
Maximize the skill set. Pacers back in action on Wednesday evening. They'll have Georgia Southwestern coming to town. Lakers go back home to start a 3-game homestand. Flagler will be there on Wednesday. These 2 teams meet again on the final day of the regular season. Senior day for the Lakers down in Morrow. Emma Lafonwu got the offensive rebound, and the clock continues to bleed. That's a huge board after 2 misses on the stripe.
A huge board, and something Nix doesn't usually do, missing free throws.
Shot clock at 3. Emma Lafonwu launches it up.
Banked it in.
Weekend banking hours at the Convocation Center. A 9-point game. Green scoops it and gets the roll. Timeout taken by Clayton State. We've talked about the way the shot clock has been utilized, but that was the epitome of what needed to happen.
Yes. I think Mlafamu was just confused as we all are. I had no way I banked it in like that. But that was awesome. Again, this feels like it's a tie game, but it's not. It's a 7-point game, and the Pacers are doing everything they can to crawl and fight and keep this lead, and they've been doing good so far.
It's been a game of runs, but this quick trigger movement for USC Aiken to draw themselves into a 7-2 run. They've extended the lead up 63-56.
It comes to the thanks of just the great offensive ball move around when they do get on their offensive side by the Pacers and just hold it, let the clock run. Yes, the Lakers are playing great defense and getting the shot clock down to 0, but I mean, still the Pacers are doing something right.
And Aiken has hit that magic number, over 60 points. When they score 60 in regulation, they are 5-1 on the year. 4-1 rather. Primo's going to let the clock go, and she dribbled it off her foot. Dejanay Green forcing the pressure, and Primo has her 5th turnover.
What the Lakers need to do here is they need to start getting buckets up quick. They don't have time to play around and pass it around. They have to do everything. Drive in there, try to get a foul, get a bucket, because there's only 1 minute and 5 left.
Kyla Green back in for the Lakers. Under a minute to go in the game. Green just watched the C's part in front of her, and she lays it in without hitch.
I know Primo was trying to block out the other defender as she was trying to get down, but I mean, that was another costly mistake here. Just 2 costly mistakes.
An easy 2 and then a routine turnover. Clayton State getting a little bit of chance to breathe. Still down 5 with 45 seconds to play. Dejanay Green for 3, another air ball. Green had a hand in her face, just launched it up. Could not find anything. Timeout taken by Aiken.
Yeah, I don't think she centered herself right there. Shooting that 3, it was a little far left on that one. The Lakers have to do better at this. They're down only 5, but still, it feels like a mile away to go for the Lakers because they're not getting the buckets in quick enough.
Dejanay and Kyla Green each with 9 points leading Clayton State squad. Pacers have 4 players in double figures. 16 and 11 from McKenna Nix, the high on both sides. .9 on the game clock, 30 on the shot clock, so you have to assume if the Pacers get the inbound, they will be fouled rather quickly. Pass comes into McKenna Nix, and they're able to add a little bit more time to drop off. Pacers just scrambling away. There have been no fouls, and 10 seconds have already come off.
I'm wondering, do they want to have a shot at this game? They got to start fouling somehow.
So the foul comes, but 14.8 seconds off the clock, and that was the foul they had to give, which means the Pacers get another chance to inbound. And an offensive foul is called on McDermott. She bowled over the defender.
And she'd be going to the line to shoot for that, so fortunate break for the Lakers, but man.
Kalina Coleman calls for the timeout. The Pacers now have 19 turnovers, 18 for the Lakers. But those turnover numbers continue to grow for USC Aiken in this second half.
Yeah, and they were far behind in the turnovers in the beginning of this game, and then it just churned over in the last quarter, and then now it's really played a part in this game for the Lakers to come back. Although they haven't gotten the lead the entire game, still the Pacers gave them chances to bring it down within 2. So
Aiken just trying to survive and pick up their second conference win of the season. It would be their second straight at home after downing Georgia College a week ago.
Yeah, and a big factor that comes into play, and you mentioned it earlier in the game, is the Lakers' depth and being able to rotate while the Pacers are tired. They're not rotating, but maybe 6 players, 7 players. So it comes down to how tired and how long they can play in this game. Fortunately for them is they are able to hold them off and pass the ball around and knock the clock down as much as they can, and that's pretty much been the strategy here in this fourth quarter.
It's Clayton State basketball after the offensive foul and turnover from Morgan McDermott. Now, because it was an offensive foul, there will not be free throws. So it's Burt's to inbound. Lakers are now out of timeouts. Pacers have 1 remaining with 20 seconds to go. Pass comes into Joy Harris. She gives it off to Shaw. Shaw from deep. Another air ball from outside. And Clayton State gives the ball away. This time it's Brittany Batts calling for her final timeout to move the ball up on the inbound. Nika Cordia limping off the court, worth keeping an eye on down the stretch. Both teams have put bodies on the line, play after play in this game.
And the one thing the Pacers haven't done is they haven't given up. They fought and they scrapped and they dove on the floor, did everything they could to continue to maintain this lead. And that's something you would love to see from your as a coach. And Coach Batts, just seeing your team fight. You know, some teams give up when it's getting hard, when it's coming down to this moment where that other team has stepped up, made adjustments like the Lakers have in this half. But no, they didn't give up. They didn't quit. And that can play a big part in this if they get a victory here in this 12 seconds.
Brittany Batts and Nkosi Gotti going with whatever inbound play they feel most confident with. If you can get the ball inbounded here, you have to assume the fouls would start a lot quicker this time than they did in the previous inbound.
And that's why they sub Nix in. Get her the ball. She can go to the free throw line. She's been the one making most of the free throws for the Pacers today. So get her the ball, get her fouled, let her go to the line.
Aiken 8 of 14 from the stripe. Clayton State 13 of 16.
For the Lakers, they need to press up on Nix. Don't let her get the ball. You don't want to foul her. Foul the one on the court who's the weakest shooter.
It gets in easily to Primo, and she will be fouled immediately. Not sure any time came off the clock there, but that will put Michaela Primo at the line. She's 59% on the season. Has not attempted a free throw today. 10, 5, and 4 on Primo's line. A quality day out the point. Make it 11.
Kind of picking up where she left off against AU. Although she's 6 points under, still what a game she's had.
Another afternoon with double-digit points off the bench for the veteran guard, Michaela Primo. Clock is at 6. Lakers toss one up. Not able to hit, and USC Aiken survives for a home W against Clayton State.
What a win. What a game. Especially that second half right there. The Pacers held their own and got the victory here today. That's awesome.
65-58 your final. 16 and 11 from Nix, 13 points and 5 blocks for Emma Lefonwu as Aiken improves to 5 and 12 and now get their second straight home conference win. Clayton State down to 6 and 10, 3 and 6 in the Peach Belt. They've lost 3 straight conference games and will take on Flagler at home on Wednesday. Lakers were led by Green with 9, and the other Green, Dejanay, who had 9 as well. 10 rebounds for Dismuke. Pacers back at it against Georgia Southwestern on Wednesday, but we said this was going to be a close one, and in that second half it was.
It sure was, and give it all to the head coach and the Lakers for coming up with a way to play better defense and make a quick adjustments against the Pacers' mighty offense. But just turnovers and not being able to score off of those turnovers is what ultimately led to their fall and their loss to the Pacers, as the Pacers just was able to edge off this victory.
Pacers get the W in the opener. We're on to game 2 of the doubleheader. 30 minutes from now, it'll be Clayton State versus Aiken on the men's side, and we will see you there. For Brian Busher, Ellison Hubbard, and our entire crew, I'm Noah Adcock with Aiken back in the win column with another game on the other side.